takes time to do all the three things.
We're going to unveil this live show.
Yeah.
You are wearing
I'm not done.
Coming to you from the Radio for One studios in Franklin, Michigan. Welcome to the Detroit Cast.
Big fan. Big fan.
A show not just free of charge, but free of FCC regulation.
Thank you for your support of the Detroit Cast.
Oh, there it is.
And without further delay, it's showtime. Please welcome the Detroit Cast. Here are your hosts, Mike and Jay.
Hello. Hey there, everybody. Welcome to the Detroit Cast. Mike and Jay. Shalom, Biggie. Hello, Jay.
Hi, Mike. How are you?
Very good.
Good.
Got a damp towel on. I should have grabbed a fresh one.
Yeah, you should have. You have a bit of a reveal. It's going to happen live on the show.
Well,
right?
I told you.
You're not poo bearing it. You promise. You're not going to whip off that towel, and I'm going to see your dong.
I'm almost positive I put shorts back on after I took my other shorts
Okay,
off.
but you're going to show me your new shorts is the deal.
Yeah.
That's what you advertised last night.
I walked down there for people who might be watching this on YouTube. I brought a towel down around me so I could reveal live on the air. And I want your honest opinion, Jay, because
this is with great anticipation. I'm surprised by this.
I've got my ass handed to me by you, who for some reason has taken a great interest.
I have not.
In my shorts.
It was
of
just
late.
that one, dude. It was the plaid.
Yeah, but
Easter
then it rolled
colors.
into the cargo shorts are fucking old and dated. Well, I'm old
I
and
didn't
dated.
do that.
dude.
Brandon did. I didn't set out to rip on your clothes. It just a grievance found me.
It just happened. So, anyways, I felt such shame that I went out over the weekend and I got a new pair of shorts, and it's like I didn't realize how fucking hard shopping for shorts is. It's not easy. There's a lot of things I don't like.
Mm-hmm.
I find myself navigating,
That's
gravitating.
Why. Do you understand why I do what I do?
What?
I find one pair that I like, and then I buy 4 colors.
Yeah, that's
You
not a
understand
bad
that,
move.
right?
I do. But then what if those 4 go? Now you got 4 out of date shorts.
Oh, well. Move on
Yeah,
then.
but Mike's not married. That is the other difference, though. You are
Yeah.
a married person who, not that you
I
don't,
don't have to impress anyone.
I don't mean that you don't have to look nice for Gab or
Mike-
look good.
Mike's
but
out
you,
on the town impressing
Yeah, I'm
people. is he?
prowling
no,
around town.
but not necessarily. But again, but he is not married, and you are married,
Yeah.
and so again, not that
Yeah,
you don't
plus,
have to.
I don't like the idea. Like, I want to be in on the joke. If people are sniggering at me walking down the street, I want to know, oh, my God, am I a fool?
Yeah.
I'm a fool
Those
in
other
public.
ones, dude. Those they look like clown pants. Honestly, like red nose, a flower that squirts water on your lapel.
Some
It would-
floppy big red
Yeah,
shoes
man.
or something that would have worked better.
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
Now you're not gonna be a dick just for the sake of being a dick. Like, oh, I'm on the show. I need to be funny and witty.
Speaking of dicks, you're seriously not going to whip that off and show me your dick, right? Okay. Proof.
All right, hold on. Give me 5 minutes. Give me 5 minutes. No, we're fine.
All
Ready?
right. Yeah, I'm ready.
Jesus
Better
Christ!
be good. Okay, we have a standard pair of blue pants.
Oh no, I don't know, man.
Sure. I mean, they look a little big, honestly, on you. Like,
me
I'm
like that.
planning on putting weight back on, dude. I'm shopping. These are bought for next year.
Let me see again. Yeah, no, never mind. I take back my initial thing.
What?
what was your initial thing? Did you think they were pleated-y?
What I thought initially was I would notice where I was this weekend.
Boy, this was a real home run in the room.
No, I like them. I actually had to look at them a little longer. What I thought was initially, I was at something this weekend, and I noticed that, like, man, when the guy really gets to old man, he's wearing the khaki shorts that are just above the knee,
Yeah.
and he's got the belt. And that's what I kind of thought I saw here at first, and I'm looking at him again, and I disagree with that. I like them.
See, not
They're
to
kind of a little stretchy.
not to require you to be like on the edge of style, but shorter shorts are getting more
I did
popular.
I know.
that.
I can't do that. I can't
Okay.
wear like a 1980s basketball player's shorts.
Yeah, I'm just saying. But my thing is, like, you should get a waist that I thought they were pleated, honestly, because they're sort of hanging. Like, get fucking pants that fit you, man. Like, if you're a 38, get a 38. Don't get a 42.
These are a 36.
Okay, then get a 34 then, because
Okay.
they look too big. Do you have the receipt?
Yes, I do. But
That, if you want my response, that's my response.
I'm okay.
Why do you need a
Don't-
belt on there and tightening up? I can see there's 2 inches of play here.
Well, okay.
Other than that,
get
they
away.
look good. I like the
That's all
color.
I'm-
They're
don't-
standard shorts.
Don't
sure.
rag on me for my sizing
did you-
inadequacies, but more for the style of the short. Would you wear these
Sure.
shorts?
Yeah.
So
Yep.
so the shorts are a home run.
Where'd you get them?
Absolute hit.
I suppose
It doesn't matter where I got them.
Okay.
E.
Okay. Well, I was curious.
It's hard for me to tell because they're so fucking big on you.
Are they? Do they really look that big on me? E?
Like for new shorts, they kind of look like they were just in your closet and you threw them on.
I don't agree with that personally, but what I would say is,
I mean, how does my ass look? E? Does my ass?
Looks fine.
You shouldn't have like creases in the front. It all looks pleated again because you're cinching it together with a belt. Like I'm not saying like form fitted. We ought to be able to see your quads and all that. But dude, get some that fit you.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Well, here's
Other than that,
here's
well
my
done, Mike.
biggest thing, and I'm not saying I agree with you on this because I don't like to personally. I'm about to go buy some new shorts this weekend. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I am. But like the thing is, when you ask what are the kids wearing or what's this, I mean, you don't have to want that. But what
I'm
they're
not
we-
a kid. I don't
understand
know
but
what
you-
the kids are
but you-
wearing.
But you do ask it. You said it on this show. You said I don't want to look stupid. I don't want to be that old.
I don't
man."
want to look stupid, but I don't want to look like a fool too. And going out with the hip, cool trends of today, I'm not going to wear a fucking Pee Wee Herman suit either.
Okay, well,
You know what I mean? Like all the kids are wearing those. I saw a guy at the gas station today, and it's
Yeah,
like,
with the
look at this
flooded
guy.
pants and
dude.
shit.
He's got the
Brutal.
perfect fucking like coiffed hair. that pulled slicked back,
Oh,
but
I
not
know it.
that poofy kind of on front, right? He's got the most manicured yet fullish beard, right?
Yeah.
Not overdone. He's not Grizzly Adams, but it's just like full beard. He's got the pink shirt collared, short sleeve.
He's just
tucked
being an
in,
individual, Mike. Just being an individual.
tucked in. He's got the perfect fucking belt. He's got those brown shoes, those like kind of like dress shoes that are
Sure.
like you'd know him if you saw him. Trying to go, oh, those motherfuckers, yeah. And then he's got khaki pants that appear to be painted on, all the way down, tapered to the ankle. And I'm like, you just look like a fucking asshole, dude. You're in your mid 40s, early 50s, and you look like an asshole.
For one,
That's
you should
why-
remember that I said I liked the shorts. By the way, you should remember I
all
said
right,
that.
I appreciate that. Ian. I
ju-
don't know if that's a good sign or a bad
but
sign.
I don't agree with. Well, I definitely don't agree, obviously, with your definition of these people wearing what they wear, and who gives a shit, for one, by the way. But
I know, but I just see him and I'm just like, oh, that
Well, you
guy's
think-
trying so hard. That's,
Yeah.
that's cute. Sorry you have to do that.
My thing is like I'm never trying to be like on the edge of what's trendy or cool. You
Always respected that about you.
Well, just kind of look standard. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
be able to get by,
Jay,
and then your
you're-
shit can apply to multiple years, and you don't have to like worry about every season refreshing the shit.
Let me tell people about Jay growing up. Like, Jay was the one guy who was like when, skids were the shit or Swatch watches. Jay was the kid who wasn't going to have most of that stuff. Like, you were not going
had
to
a
run out
Swatch
and buy. Well, okay.
You
Swatch
only
watch.
knew me junior and senior year. Let's be clear
Right,
on that.
but what I know about you, and I met you before junior year started, so I get credit for that
Oh,
too.
okay. It's like a month,
But
6
my
weeks.
point is, when trends came in, you weren't the guy that was going to
Yeah.
run out and buy. You wore standard jeans and T-shirts, and it wasn't like
Well, here's the-
you were trying to impress
Yeah.
anybody. And it was like, you know what? I bet if you look back at Jay's yearbook pictures, he's the one kid that's not going to look like he was like, oh, you can tell
No,
Aha
I
was
had,
the shit.
I had
then.
the mullet and shit like that.
Not
That's-
really. Yours was barely.
Yeah, I think you have a kind of a different recollection. I think I kind of had a killer mullet, but the clothes thing, I've never wanted to chase that because it became really obvious to me very early on. Like, ooh, I'm gonna run to the mall and go get my $30 Banana Republic shirt just because it says Banana Republic on it.
See,
and then
yeah.
and then next season nobody's wearing those, and so now I look like a fucking fool if I'm wearing
Was
it.
this your
Like
way
that-
of adjusting to the fact that your parents were not going to
that
blow
was
money on
that
you?
was part of it. That was
Okay,
part
and
of
it was
Like,
your way of coping with the fact that
yeah, so if you just get something standard, I know I'm not every season going to be able to have the funds to update and wear that Coca-Cola shirt, right? So you just get something that's more standard that can
I have a
apply to the
Coca-Cola
next
shirt upstairs.
You know what I'm saying? So it was imprinted early on. Like, don't chase that thing. You can never catch it. It's always changing. So just
And you
fucking
can't afford it anyways.
Get something that's comfortable and that can you get by in.
Yeah.
You're not gonna you're not scoring points on what you're wearing.
You could, and the fact is, you don't have to wear gerbots to peg your ankles. You can still peg a good Levi.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so you could be in the school season. Dude, I'm pegging my fucking pants because
Yeah.
it's the shit.
Yeah.
But I'm pegging
But
Levi's,
you're never,
not jabot.
I knew early on I was never going to attain that status of like the kid who was super stylish because I just didn't
Yeah.
have the funds behind me.
Dude,
so it's
honestly-
like why get one shirt that I look cool on
Yeah.
Fridays? Every Friday I look dope, The rest of the time, I look like an asshole. It's like, no, just
Yeah.
get standard shit and blend in best you can.
And honestly, as I think about it now, Jay, if I had like an image of you in my head wearing like a flared Z Cavaricci jean, and they were hiked up to your belly button, like I don't know if I could like you now. You know, I would lose so
Yeah.
much respect for that guy that it'd be like, nah, Jay, I like
you
him
couldn't get
fine,
over it,
but
right?
I don't
Couldn't
know if
get
I
over
could
it.
hang out with him. Like I remember him
Yeah.
in Z Cavaricci's. I couldn't do it.
Well, Mike chimes in with a email from last night. Mike's statement regarding his shorts, these are Billabong, I've had them forever, is a bit redundant. That was your statement last night, wasn't it?
Well, I have,
Dude, these are Billabong. I've had them forever.
Yeah. I know, but that doesn't mean they've gone out of style. I mean, dude, if I got a hit pair of Jordache right now, it's like they've been around forever. They're still cool, right?
Ocean Pacific.
Shit, yeah, OPs, bitch. Varney all the way. Boy, I was so happy. I went to the mailbox for the first time in, I don't know, 3 months today.
Yeah.
And I had mail from my little
Oh, look
niece,
at this.
Maddie.
Madison.
Yeah,
Nice.
Madison sent me mail.
She put stickers on the back.
Puffy stickers on the back. Yeah, Edie, you have a picture of little Maddie there. People
Look
can
at that
see on
little
the-
poops.
Look at that poops. She's a 2. She's a 2. And I'm like, oh, what is this going to be? I didn't even know she could write. She can barely talk. And this is, so I
Put
got,
something quick together for you, did she?
yeah, this is my artwork for Untold Might. And
Untold
this,
Might.
now I want to be clear here. Like, I've spent a tremendous amount of time over the years blasting children for their shit artwork, right? And it's like, I don't know this kid, so I'm able to stand back from afar and really judge the work that they're displaying as
Yeah,
art. You know what I mean? And go,
objectively.
objectively, right? And go, that is fucking shit. Your kid is not talented. And so when I got these art pieces today from Maddie, I was like, this kid has some serious talent. Seriously. And I was like, but to be fair,
No bias there.
to be fair, I don't want to be the biased guy that's like, oh, look at my fucking family member's
So you're
tremendous
going to
work
let
of
me
art.
and Ede be the judge?
I was going to put it on you guys. And here,
All right,
I'll
what's
just
her
give you
age again? Give me an age.
She's 2.
All right.
And first things first, she gave me a Spider-Man drawing on this piece of paper. I'm assuming this is just the web, right?
That's
I'm assuming
Spider-Man.
this isn't Spider-Man himself, but just the web. So
Oh,
I gave...
look at how your sister wrote in, this is my artwork for Untold Might. Okay.
Yeah.
And then she wrote Spider-Man with an arrow.
Yeah.
God, man, I got to be honest.
That's
like,
just a starter, though. I haven't shown you the real artwork yet because,
we need
once she gets
something-
into colors and stuff, it takes on a whole new the vision. You can see the vision and the depth.
Let me see.
It's brutal, E.
Well, this is it's just Spider. Again, it's Spider-Man, not Superman.
All right,
so
let me
it's
see
You said
this
this
just
is
like
what? This
webs.
is the web?
I'm assuming that's like Spider-Man shot the webs, and we're looking at that.
All right, let me see the envelope where
Ugh.
she applied some appliques there. Let's see what we have.
I think it's all cats. Maybe
Yes,
there's an
squishy.
errant dog in there.
Circles to me,
okay.
but-
That's good that she's
Fuck off,
not.
E.
She's generous. I like that.
Why is she generous?
She's not coveting her stickers. Like, no, I'm not
See,
going to.
that's what I would have done.
I liked how she gave you 5 right there in
Yeah.
a row.
And they're puffy,
Kind of a random placement. Let's be honest, but
but
she's
but
generous.
streamlined.
Sure.
They're not upside down,
Yeah,
and one's
right.
overflapping with the edge. And
Yep.
my sisters had to mat it down to make it work. No, they all fit, they all work, and they're there. Uniform. I like that. All right, Isis, you want to bring up the first piece of artwork from my little 2-year-old niece, Madison. And like I said, I'm seeing big things, but I wanted to get your impression, Jay.
Does that look distinctly like the giraffe we have in the corner over here? Same
Minus the
coloring?
giraffe. Yeah.
Look at the colors, though.
I know, it's
like,
and that was done by a mid-20s artist.
yeah, Isis paid for it.
Yeah.
At an art fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like the giraffe got shot or something.
Yeah. Here's what I see in here. I see maybe this is an M. I see a K, perhaps an I in there. So I see Uncle Mite. Is this a black cat with a sweet tail licking its paw?
Okay.
Do you see it?
What I see over to the far left is a pink man standing upright, peeing on everything, though. So
Well, she's older than she appears. She's. Do you see a duck here?
she's an impressionist.
I
do
see
see the duck.
Do you
Well
see the
done,
duck?
yeah.
Dude, I mean, this is a 2-year-old. She's got a duck, a cat, a man urinating all over everything, and Uncle Mite's name in the middle.
He sees demons and bats and vampires, right?
E, what do you see?
Little Rorschach test.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
How would you
I
do
see
it?
penises and balls.
Yeah, I see a bunch of dicks and
I just
cum.
see a bunch of colors thrown around.
You don't see the
buttholes.
black cat to the
I
right.
guess.
8 buttholes I count.
Yeah, I see buttholes and farts.
I mean, I guess I see a cat. When you say that, I don't think that if you objectively...
You don't
if
see a cat licking its paw. Look at the little detail on the
Do
ear.
you think that if
beautifully
a
done.
And
a
the
random
tail.
person, if I set that down and walked around in Walmart and asked people what do you see in this image? You think they are all seeing a cat?
Mike, the more I look at that, that's badass, man.
Yeah, isn't that kinda
With
cool?
the brown ear, and it's looking,
Licking the paw.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the duck is undeniable.
Undeniable.
yeah,
undeniable
right, the
duck.
yellow circle.
And then the white
The
eye,
white
with
eye?
the pupil.
Yes, and the orange
orange
bill.
beak.
Dude.
It's well done.
And
What are these circles for?
Dude, it's artist rendering. You know what I mean? Like let the artist play out the magic. I don't
She's
know.
a lot on
E.
her mind, E.
Absolutely.
She's expressing, okay?
I admit I'm a little disturbed at the pink man who's urinating all over
Yeah.
everything, but who knows what she's been through in the last couple years? You know, got a lot on her mind. Really quick, you want to see the other one? She did one other piece.
Sure.
Let's just get your opinion. You got it there, E. Yeah, there's a lot to dissect there.
It's not Jar Jar Binks, is it? God help me if it's...
Oh my God, it's Jar Jar. It's Jar Jar Binks from behind.
painting.
From behind, you see Binks here, don't you?
Yeah.
The horn things and the eye.
God damn it if that isn't Binks.
It's Jar Jar Binks with his hand up to the left, holding court, obviously holding court,
It's Binks himself.
saying, "I am a good character. Fuck all of you," right?
But I think she's murdering Binks from behind.
Which
Is that
I don't have a problem with.
Yeah.
You think this is a blade of some sort churning?
something, man?
Wow, a lot
Wow.
of speculation going into what these.
See, I was thinking it was like she was
What's
worried.
the green stuff?
Probably whatever. Binks probably doesn't have red blood like red
I like
and
how
green
she
slop.
I
But
dig how she used all the color though. That's kind of cool.
yeah, see, I was thinking she's either gonna be a murderer or she's really hung up on the menstruation cycle that's gonna start down the road. You know what I mean?
point.
I don't know, but now that you mentioned Binks, I see exactly what the artist was doing here. And you're right, she's murdering Jar Jar Binks. Oh, I feel so much better. E, do you have obviously you have a
E, do you
problem?
see demons, buttholes, and penises?
I just see a
And
bunch.
farts.
I see a bunch of red and a blue and green is what
It's
I
a
see.
bloody butthole.
Boy, who would have thought that in this room where E is always like, dude, I don't care, man, whatever. Like he's an artist.
Right.
Like the true artist vision in the room and able to see the art in other people's works would be Jay.
I drilled down on it immediately.
Yeah, and he's just like, fuck it, dude. I see blue lines and red blotches.
Blue thing in
Jar
the middle
Jar
is an
Binks.
open butthole, and the red is the
Yeah.
blood coming out of it.
Yeah,
it's
this
a
is-
butthole.
This is my parents
I
who
never
hate me,
use the word
murdering
butthole,
me.
so I don't know why the thought that I would think it's a butt. I never say that phrasing.
But it sounds like something you would say.
No, not
So
really.
I don't blame Jay for using that. Anyway, I'm glad. This warms my heart because I thought there's real talent in the family. It did not that shocked
Yeah, I'd
me.
like to put this up to the pictures that you made fun of a year ago.
But that's why I brought it to Jay, and you know he believed me. Jay would have much more preferred to go shit. It's garbage.
I wish Maddie would have done a bit more work on what she provided you in the letter there. I wish she would have put some of that cool color to work there. 'Cause
Well-
she just kind of, I don't know, looks like a little short shrift there.
well,
You know what
And-
I'm saying?
my sister obviously wrote Spider-Man with an arrow.
Yeah, I
So
reckon.
I don't know that Maddie's vision was Spider-Man, and my sister didn't interpret that way. I just don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, just one pen, circle motion.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's one line that doesn't leave the paper. Which John Lennon was famous for when he did his
Is that right?
his self-portrait. It's one
Okay.
line the whole time, and so maybe that's what she's channeling. She saw some of my Lennon artwork and was like, I could do one-line artwork too.
Everybody, Anthony Gabara and the hottest sales staff in Oakland County are fired up about Zott Ford's summer sales event and the pimp ass deals that go with it. Zott Ford has 0% financing, everyone, 72 months and up to $2,500 in rebates on select new Fords. Plus, at Zott Ford, you can lease the brand new 18 Ford EcoSport starting at $122 a month. You know what the EcoSport is? Have you seen those? They're those like little wee
SUV.
escapes. It's like an escape, like crunched together. It's like a foot and a half shorter.
I don't know that you'd want a foot and a half shorter escape.
I don't know.
Are they
Well,
sweet?
if you do, you can get one for $122 a month, or
I like
go
that.
with the regular Escape. New 18 Ford Escape as low as $137 a month. See details in their massive inventory at dealsinthedee.com.
This is the art that you said wasn't good.
Oh,
like a
I
year
forgot
ago.
about that little girl. Yeah,
I mean,
look at her
that's-
go.
Yeah, but she's older than Maddie.
She's 3.
She's 3, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
another year, we'll see what Maddie's doing then.
I mean,
But
but
she'll
the,
surpass that trash.
the problem of this horse shit is this little asshole is just taking buckets of paint and whipping them onto something.
Yeah.
I mean, Madison is diving in with fingers and drawing ducks and
well
and
thought out placement of objects.
men urinating all over, society.
Some real high minded shit going on.
Yeah. And this is bullshit too, E, because she's using props. That's an actual Fidel
Yeah.
in the middle of her artwork.
I'm going to
that she's just-
staple a Fidel to the middle and then chuck paint on it.
Actually,
said this was-
my parents are going to staple or glue a
Right.
Fidel to a canvas, and then I'm just going to whip shit at it.
Okay.
Like a spaz. Aren't I talented? No, you're not. Draw Jar Jar Binks from behind being murdered. Then we'll
Nobody
talk.
would recognize that black cat.
Bullshit. Jay did, and he thought it was remarkable. The paw licking, the pink in the ear.
Yes.
It's undeniable.
It was sweet.
Maybe we can give that away to a member.
Okay.
You want to?
Members,
Maybe we could
yeah,
frame
yeah.
it and send it. A member could display Maddie's gene, and then one day when she's the likes of, I don't know, name a famous artist, Jay.
Yeah.
Picasso.
There you go, Picasso. When she's at Picasso's age, you could be like, holy fuck, I have an early edition Picasso.
Yeah.
Basically, and it could be worth God knows what.
Early Matty Zoo.
Yeah, an early edition Maddie Zoo, and
Will she sign it? Will she sign her work?
You have to mail it back and back.
maybe we could sign it for her. You know what I mean? We'll see. Anyway, I'm really glad you loved it as much as I did, Jay. That's very
beautiful
nice.
work.
Yeah. Hate to give it up, but the members are very, very important to us, and so if it makes their life happy, very good. Tweeting, getting people in more shit today, as the gotcha game in America continues. To see the two new Major League Baseball players
What, a Brave and who else?
and a national.
Yeah, yeah.
So we've got
They were dumb enough not to go back and delete that shit, huh?
Dude, that's what the conversation needs to be. Why are you getting, even before they get to major college level or major pro level, why have either athletic directors or when you get to the pro level and you've got agents, why
Should
are
this
these
be a
people?
PSA that we do? Maybe we've got a
Maybe.
PSA in this,
Hi, do you have a racist athlete that you're representing?
Well,
you
it's
need
like-
to go through and why haven't they gone through and just scrubbed the fuck out of everything, every swear word,
Yeah.
and just gone, you know what? When you get to this level, people are going to be looking for reasons to go, ha ha, got you. They're going to wait till you're in the bottom of the ninth inning of a no-hitter with 2 outs, and then go, oh, by the way, here you go. Check this out, what he said. Hi, I know he's in the middle of a no-hitter in the ninth, and the whole country's watching right now, but he said fag a bunch of times.
How about this? Review, cringe, delete. Review, cringe, delete. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
And unless somebody screenshot it, you're home free.
Review, cringe, delete. I like that. Is it snappy
No,
enough?
it's not.
It's
but
not.
it's something to start.
Because
Start-
when you came
start
out
the
with Roll,
conversation.
it was like, it was like, yeah.
Yeah, the whole stop, drop, and roll. You don't need stop and drop. Just roll, man.
Oh my God, I'm on fire.
Yeah.
I don't need to waste time thinking. I need to stop right now and drop.
How do you
No,
roll without dropping?
You don't.
Right.
Roll! Just fucking roll. I'm engulfed in flames. What do I need to remember? One thing.
Yeah.
Roll, motherfucker. Roll.
Okay, so we want to simplify it. Get off Twitter. Delete your account. What good is it
See,
for?
that's
like,
just
dude,
not as good as roll. I'm sorry. It's a PSA. It's basically if
Plus,
you're
it's
you're
not,
staying on this format. You're staying on this social media.
How about
okay?
this? Delete.
So we're not judging you for staying there. However, we offer this PSA.
See,
which
I
is,
think that's
Delete.
Nah, I don't.
Delete.
It's not.
Delete.
all caps.
See, that's not. They're not going to get off that stuff. So you have to come up with things.
Here we go. He's going to sit back from across the other line, not where the players are. He's going to just heckle. No, not good enough.
No, but I'm
Not good enough.
No,
I don't
No,
have.
he's-
I don't
he's
have a
saying this is
suggestion.
unrealistic.
It's unrealistic that,
Okay.
that they'll get off it. So you have to just say, assuming that everyone's going to do Instagram, or it might not be Twitter in 5 years, but Instagram, or it might be whatever the new thing is. They're not going to get off it. So you got to come up with a way to tell them to review that shit.
Boy, I don't know that
How do
it
we
should
say-
be unrealistic for anyone in the public eye to get the fuck off it. What good does it do you? Unless you're promoting some kind of business show,
Yeah.
whatever.
If you're a pro athlete,
What
you're
are
right.
you doing on there?
Yeah, you're getting paid to play this game. You're not getting paid to sell albums
No,
or sell
no.
a show. Here's the message. Here's the overall message I think we can all agree on that we want to get through in our new PSA, and then we need help breaking this down. I think the message should be, and again, it needs to be whittled down. If you're going to be a loser, nobody in life, keep throwing out whatever horrific shit you want. Nobody cares. If you're going to be a success in life, delete.
I think
Okay,
that's fair.
Isn't that fair? Like, if
Yes.
you're a lifelong loser and you want to say
Yeah.
the N-word, no one cares. You to your 14 people, who cares? But if you're going to have,
Scream that into the oblivion.
yeah, you're on your porch and
But
maybe
if you've
a couple
got a
neighbors
fucking
hear it.
rocket for an arm,
If you throw 98 delete the hate.
How about you just don't? How about everybody just fucking be nice, man?
All right, here's the problem, though.
How about that? Be nice. Fuck. If you don't want to delete.
That's like the anti-Twitter. That's impossible to be nice. Here's the problem, though. You love walking into a room. What's up, fags? Right?
True, I do.
That's basically what he did on Twitter. Like his tweets. One of them, Sean Newcomb. I'm not lazy. Hashtag fag. That was one tweet. To @Luke. To @Luke. I don't know what
Is it
preceded
too late
this.
to retweet this? Is it still up?
Well, there's a lot of them. Maybe these are going back to April of 2012, February of 2012. Now being with these new fags every day. So he's probably joined a new team, telling his old teammate, "No, I'm with all these new fags every day." Everyone, and then he writes, "Everyone tweets hashtag fags."
He was on a fag kick.
Yeah, I agree with Rachel, but Jeff, you're still a fag. It's not a bad one. I don't
Yeah.
hate that one. Jackie, you're a fag. ... You're seeing a message here? Or,
Yeah, I mean, he was tickled by the the word fag.
At Maddie IC, Glastonbury is a fag. That was one of them. He also misspelled faggot in one tweet, and then he said nigga.
Single G.
He did put the A on the end of it so that it was nigga. He said in one. Yeah, anyway.
Why is this word used so frequently? So I just don't understand it. And I'm trying to understand it. I need help.
Was that from Sean himself? Did Sean make that comment?
No, I don't think he's come to Jesus yet.
No. He,
I put the H on it to emphasize it's nigga.
I think that was Sean in his
Maybe.
press conference. Look, I'm not racist. I put the H on the end of it. Nigga. So, Major League Baseball. So, Josh Hader. This has got to be a great day for Josh Hader.
Yeah,
the Brewers,
right. Yeah.
the Brewers flame-throwing reliever. who's
Well, that's
like,
how all
"Oh,
these work, by the way. You get in trouble, say you're sorry, and just pray that within a very short period, someone else gets in trouble. And then
mean-
you just go away. Then you're just whatever.
I always think like O.J. Simpson or like whoever was in the papers, like whatever politician was jacking it in front of a kid the day before
9/11.
9/11 or before, murder, O.J. Simpson murder, like before everything went, and that's all we cared about.
Didn't that Gary Condit guy kind of get off because of 9/11? Was he one? He was the congressman who had the.
Oh, yeah.
The
Always
Levin.
remember.
Was it Chandra
Levin, who
She was a
jaw-
staffer who turned up dead in D.C.
Yes.
Yeah,
and
she
it was
was-
shown that
yeah.
they were having an affair, and I think 9/11 kind of got rid of that for him.
Yes, and what was it?
Chandra Levy, right?
Chandra Levy,
Because it was
yeah.
in an Eminem
Chandra
song.
Levy.
It was Eminem mentioned him in one of the.
Yeah.
Mentioned it in a song.
So what was his name? Gary Condit.
Yeah.
Here's what I remember. Either him or his kids wearing a Raiders Jerry Rice jersey in a press conference, which bothered me a lot. The other thing was, this is one of those families that call their dad Gary.
Oh, really?
And so it was like, Gary's innocent of this? And, it's like...
It's
the
better
fact-
than the congressman. The congressman
Yeah,
is
but,
innocent of this.
but isn't it better? I mean, look, you're his son. Just be like, my dad would not do this. It's not his style. But Gary?
Yeah, that
You're calling
shows-
your dad Gary? I don't
That
know,
shows
man.
the level of somehow the relationship has
Separation.
been severed. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be there for you, Gary.
I remember him kind of looked like a skeleton in a way, kind of Skeletor like. Am I wrong on that?
Yeah, he had an odd look to him. Is that the...
I mean, I didn't know
That
what
might be
you were
his
Dude,
kid.
there's this kid wearing the Jerry Rice Raiders jersey.
Yeah, I don't know why I remember that.
And so it must be the late 90s, early 2000s because he's got it tucked in.
Oof, yeah. What's that sticking out of his pocket? Is that he's showing off, look, I've got a cellular phone device?
Oh, wow.
That must
Yes,
have
it
been the
totally
hot,
is. It looks like
that
it's
must
like a
have been-
next, or not even a Nextel, but
Yeah.
like.
It must have been the
Sweet.
hot new item on the market. It was like, boy, if I could only afford one of those. They were, I don't know, 10 grand a month for a phone.
Yeah.
And so it's like, no, he's got to have that thing showing it some way. Yeah.
Yeah, I could be wrong on the timing of this, but it sure seems like a lot of that
Condit
got buried.
You're right. Condit skated because of another national story. Not skated, but all of a sudden he was taken from the headlines because he was everywhere. That was a
Yeah.
huge story. And so Newcomb, his tweet surfaced as he was trying to no-hit the Dodgers when there was national attention. The no-hitter was broken up with 2 outs in the 9th. He was 18, college freshman, when these offensive tweets came out. The other guy is from the Nationals, shortstop Trey Turner. They were both 25, and they've apologized at varying degrees. Some people are not satisfied with both of them. But so the tweets by Turner also came when he was 18. He was replying. Two of Turner's resurfaced tweets were replies in which acquaintances were called homo slurs. You know, boy, faggot will get you in a lot of trouble. You know what I mean?
These days it will.
So one tweet, it reads, and all you're getting is his response to something else, someone else's tweet. And his response is, unless you're gay. And it's like, okay, like...
What could have precipitated that?
I don't know. So we're left to our own devices.
Could have been a very reasonable tweet, right?
My friend wants you to come in her face.
Unless you're gay.
Unless you're gay.
Yep.
Right?
Yes.
I mean, that would work.
Fits perfectly.
And that's not homophobic in any way. My friend is dying to have you come in her face unless you're gay.
Yep.
That seems like a reasonable thing to say, as a matter of fact.
I'm sure you'd love to bang that chick. Unless you're gay.
Unless you're gay. And so there was another, and these guys are, you know, it was a reply to a former North Carolina State teammate. A fourth tweet suggests that if a woman working at, so this is one of those guys are kicking around the car. All right. So a woman's working at a drive-thru, right? And this is the premise. Working at a drive-thru, were to ask, who's the faggot in the back of the car? Which would be really an odd thing to say when you pull up to a drive-thru. You know, the woman there is supposed to give you your food.
But hey, it's not him saying it. It's the woman in the drive-thru.
Yeah, we should find her. Because she's looking and she's like, whoa, who's the faggot in the back seat?
Yeah.
It's a weird thing for a drive-thru person to say. It really is. And then they said, well, if someone were to say, who's the faggot in the back seat? It'd be Turner, the teammate, right? A fifth tweet reads, once you go black, you're going to need a wheelchair. Get it? Because black people notoriously, stereotypically, are known for gigundous
I
cocks.
don't think that's disparaging.
I don't think so either. You know, I mean, I wouldn't be bummed by that unless you're a black guy with a tiny dick, and it's like, motherfucker, can we stop with this narrative? It's killing me.
Yeah, having to live up to that. You ever thought about that? If you're a
Yes,
black
I
guy with a
have.
little dick.
Yes, I have a lot.
No, I've thought of. I just
That would
thought
suck,
Yeah,
dude.
right? Because everybody's thinking like, holy shit.
It's
look
like
at
it's like the Office when Michael's like, Stanley, obviously you're on the team,
Yeah.
and Stanley
Can
can't
barely
dribble a
dribble the ball.
basketball, and it's like he's stuck forever. It's like he's black, of course he can hoop.
black guy with a little tiny dick.
Does that exist?
I don't know. I'm sure.
Oh man, that would stink.
Yeah.
Because you know every
I
girl,
would imagine. It
especially
does.
like white girls, were like, ooh, finally get to sample one of these I've heard so much about. And
You know, I
then
don't feel so bad for him because the thing is, he probably gets a lot of fucking pussy. They just don't come back, maybe necessarily.
Why? Because he's black? You think he's able to score a lot?
No,
of pussy?
because what you just said. A lot of drunk white girls at the bar are like, I want a black dick, and then if
You think chicks really?
I don't know. There's
God.
something very racist about what he's saying.
No,
here.
I don't
can't
think so.
figure out exactly where it is that it goes south, but
No, I could see that being a
like
thing.
it's a like ooh, I'm going, you know.
You
I'm
basically
going
said the
s-
exact
No,
same thing I said.
I absolutely did not racist.
Do you wanna correct the
He's
record,
basically
Jesus?
talking about, oh my God, let's go slumming this weekend.
Oh
You
my
know?
God, he's
That's
I
not
can't
what
believe
I'm
you just
saying.
said
Isn't that
Okay.
kind of like
No,
Oh, let's
that's not
go.
what I said.
Let's go to the shitty part of town and hang out with those kids
Okay,
and party.
yeah, sure.
Oh,
That's
I'm
what
at the
I said.
bar. You know what? I'm drunk and white. Why don't I slum it with a
Yeah,
black dick
that's what I
tonight?
said. You're
Sample
right.
it.
Jesus, we'll give you the opportunity.
No, I'm not doing anything. I'm not going to
Correct the record. What were you really trying to say? Because
I'm
it
not-
came off as
No, it-
extremely racist.
No, it didn't. I'm not. No, I'm not doing.
You
playing
got
your
black
stupid
friends.
game.
Don't think you're gonna skate on the I've got black friends.
I'm not
thing.
playing your stupid game.
What stupid game? You're the one that said it. Jay's just asking for some simple
You
clarification.
basically
I'd
said
like
the
to see
same
it
thing.
too.
You said some girl I could easily see some white.
Basically, what I was saying is some white girl falls in love with a black guy, and then when it's time for the reveal, she's just going, "Oh my God, I've heard so much about how huge these things are. I
That is
can't
not
wait."
what you were saying.
That's what I was saying. You basically
That's
were going.
exactly what
No,
Mike
okay.
said.
Sure.
You were basically
Yeah.
saying like white girls are gonna go slumming, get shit faced.
that's what I said. You're
Find a
right.
black and then
Wow.
take him home
Yep.
just to try his huge dick on for the
Right,
night.
that's what I said. You're right.
Mine was a loving relationship. Yours was
Okay.
disgustingly racist.
Sure.
Anyway, Newcomb's apology. So, by the way, once you go black, you're going to need a wheelchair. It's a line from the movie White Chicks. I don't. There's something I don't like about guys being stung for tweeting like a line from a rap song. Like I can see fucking teenagers doing that. They're hot song and they're like, yeah, blah 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 blah. And they're all listening to rap. Like, okay, it's not the same as like you fucking people. You're all the same. You know.
Yeah.
It's just different to me. And you're okay. It's a funny line from a dumb movie, White Chicks, okay, whatever. Is it smart to tweet? Probably not, but come on. So anyway, Newcomb's apology, less convincing here. I felt it would be good to address it right away and just let people know that I meant nothing by it. I didn't mean to offend anybody, and I'll make sure it doesn't happen again. I'll be smarter. I think people who know me know that that's the kind of person I am. Turner's message, he's the brave. There are no excuses for my insensitive and offensive language on Twitter. I'm sincerely sorry for those tweets. Apologize wholeheartedly. I believe people who know me understand those regrettable actions do not reflect my values or who I am. I understand the hurtful nature of such language. I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. Both teams have issued statements. I have spoken with Trey regarding the tweets that surfaced earlier tonight. The GM, Mike Rizzo from the Nationals, said he understands his comments are inexcusable. He's taking full responsibility for his actions. The Nationals organization does not condone discrimination in any form. Well, you sort of do, though. Otherwise, he'd be fired, right? Like, if you don't condone it in any form, wouldn't it mean we've had to terminate him? We don't condone this behavior in any form. We've had to cut ties with him. But now, instead, you're going, he does have a killer fucking arm. So we're keeping him on the team, but we want to stress we don't condone this type of behavior in any form. And his comments do not in any way reflect the values of our club. Well, sort of they do, because you've kept him on your club. He's part of your club. So you're taking ownership for those comments. So it's sort of in a weird way.
I think you're being overly literal at this point, Mike.
Yeah. He's a good teammate, and he's a model citizen in our clubhouse, too. From the Braves were, where are the tweets that surfaced after the game? We've spoken to Sean, who is incredibly remorseful. I mean, he is devastated by this. He's aware the insensitivity. He's taking full responsibility. We find the tweets hurtful, disappointing, even though he was 18 or 19. You know, he's just a kid. Well, it's still bad. Doesn't make him any less tolerable. We will work together with Sean towards mending the wounds created in our community. Really deep wounds created in your community over this, were there? It sounds like there, in a weird kind of aside, it sounds like a popular Nationals, fan group Twitter account was the one that outed Turner's tweets.
Oh, really?
And then, in response,
Turnabout is fair play.
Yeah. So now we're going after each other. I don't know. Going back 10 years to shame people for this. Why aren't we calling Tom Brokaw out for, 2 Negroes arrested last night at Chicago's West Side? Like,
Bosnia, Herzegovina.
I'm Tom Brokaw. Every night on the news. Walter Cronkite, 2 Negroes were around in the streets wandering around, Anyway.
So it was okay 10 years ago to make a racist comment, Mike?
Well,
come on, man.
Was fag a derogatory term 10 years ago? I don't even know if it was derogatory.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was. It's always been derogatory.
Do you know where the word faggot comes from, by the way?
2 guys boo-fooing each other in the ass?
No, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
No.
It's not 2 guys were butt fucking in a park and someone went, oh my God.
Couple of faggots.
What do we call that? Faggots. I don't know.
No.
No, it's not that. There's a wives' tale, if you will, that says faggots. Well, faggots are bundles of sticks, and so the story went, and they've never been able to confirm this that when you burned witches at the stakes back in the 1700s or whatever, that they didn't even want to waste the fucking fire on these homos. And so they would take like a bundle of sticks and tie a bunch of homos together and just throw them into the fire like faggots. Yeah.
Eesh.
So it's basically kindling. And what they do know about the origin or the etymology of that word?
Yeah.
Etymology. Is they would call old ladies faggots. Because if an old lady was single, didn't have a husband anymore or whatever, she's kind of a hag, they would call her a faggot because they a lot of times would be stuck selling firewood to make a living for themselves. They were poor, and they would bundle.
Oh, poor old lady.
Yeah, poor old
Used
faggot.
to be a person.
Oh, man, that poor old faggot bundling woods like that to sell on the streets. That stinks. And it was awkward to carry.
Yeah.
And so the feeling was, I wrote it down, that it was like, it was awkward to carry, so it was like baggage. And then it kind of morphs into the baggage of being homosexual and trying to get on in the world. You're carrying this baggage that's unaccepted. That would
Seems
be hard.
plausible.
And then also, since it's a term for an old woman, that's where you get Nancy, sissy, that kind of thing, where you're just taking a word, faggot, and saying it's meant for this old woman, but now it's like, you're homo, and apply it to this guy too. So that's kind of the etymology of the word, which you can see where it's offensive. But
Hey, now's the time. Contact realtor Doug Steinert. It's summer, and there's still time to get in your new home before school starts. So contact Doug today, 248-765-1781. He and the team at Century 21 Campbell will work to get you the absolute best deal on the sale and or purchase of your home. Doug's the man. He's easy to work with and a great friend of the show. Call Douglas today, 248-765-1781.
Is it humid as balls in here, dude? I'm like sweating.
Yeah.
Did you guys open
Jesus,
windows or some shit?
No,
or-
I'm wearing a long sleeve shirt as I usually do down here because it's cold.
I feel fine in every other way.
He's typically wearing sweatshirt and long pants too. So
I mean, it seems a little hot, but
Well,
I don't
you
know.
are wearing a long sleeve hooded sweatshirt, so I'm in t-shirt and shorts. I guess I have nothing to complain about. The duck boat.
yeah.
Duck boat that went down, was it a week ago?
Yep.
Ish.
Week and a half, I think.
Week and a half. The family, of 11 lost 9 members. They have now filed a lawsuit seeking $100 million in damages. This could be great news for the surviving members of this family. I mean, you took a hit. It's undeniable. You took
Yeah.
a hit, lost 9, but dude, $100 million bucks. My whole family can burn in a raging house fire if they cut me a check for $100 million. I'm not even kidding. Like the
brutal.
little ones too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I fine with E.
God,
Your whole family goes up
put
in
a
flames.
number on your family. That's
Yeah.
so brutal.
Oh, $100 million. I just did.
That little poop.
Well, not her, not man. No. I'll take 95
All you have to do,
million.
Mike, is chuck her into a bonfire.
No.
Grab a couple faggots.
No,
throw
that's
'em
not
on.
fair. Throw a couple faggots on the pile. E, that's unfair what you just did. He just fucking flashed a picture of me hugging Madison, and her little hands are
That's it.
squeezed on my neck. No, all right, I take it back. I'll take 95 million, but I get to keep
So
Madison.
she's only worth $5
The
million
rest of
bucks.
them can burn for whatever. Well, if someone wants to counter, offers me 89, I'd think about it. A lot, probably take it too. Jay wouldn't. E, you would. You'd torture whole. You'd fucking throw the match on the pile, right?
For $100 million?
Yes.
Maybe.
Oh, for Jesus, please.
50,000.
We investigated this issue early on in the podcast, and he readily put numbers to the
Mm-hmm.
lives of his family. Now, do we want to revisit that? Now, granted, Isis has matured a bit. He's changed a little bit his station in life. So we'll allow for some revision. But Isis,
$100 million, I probably would.
You definitely would
Oh,
for
you
100.
fuck.
I'm
About
not gonna say
kidding
that.
me?
I'm gonna say-
Isis, $5 million.
I'm not
You-
going
you don't-
to
you don't
go
have
through
to
some
kill
number.
him.
I'm not going to go through some number list and find out where the number is.
I want to say if we
Taking
go
it
back
easy.
and check those, I don't even think it was $1 million. I think it was like 500
No
grand or
way.
50,000 or
No
something.
way.
Isis, they're in a house. The house burns. You don't have to light the fire. Okay? They're just
I'm not
they're
going to
all
sit
in
here
one
and
spot.
do that.
Or
All he's got to
or-
do, all he's got to do is not call 911.
Yes.
I'm not going to sit here and say what a number is. It's
10 million. 10 million bucks.
We know your sister's the only one you'd save.
my sister doesn't even. I don't even know why this scenario. I'm not going to go through this,
Scenario.
dude.
All right. Taking an E on what could be
10
funny.
million bucks.
I just
Change
offed
his
my
life,
entire family for $100 million, and you taking a
change
fucking
the
knee, you pussy.
trajectory of his offspring. Everybody.
Yeah.
The whole Fady line.
Yeah.
10 million bucks. But no.
The
he's
whole
gonna-
what? The whole there's other Fadies for one, by the way. So, and I don't know that any
throw
of
them in. 50 million.
Well, I don't talk to any of them basically. So, it
So
doesn't
what do
really
you care if they burned up,
I find
Look,
it
it's
hard
tragic.
to believe that
We'll go to the
Eve-
funerals.
Hi,
I'm not.
Miss-
I'm just. You
Mrs.
can say,
Fady, hello.
find
by
what
the way.
hard to. I'm just not going to give a number. Okay, I don't know. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't.
I find it really hard to believe he wouldn't do it for 10 million. Free and clear,
Okay,
all taxes,
okay,
10
so
million.
If
what?
you had the check sitting there and a
Yeah.
picture
Maybe
of
I would.
like,
Who
How
knows?
about a fucking suitcase full of bills, man?
about that
I
plus
just don't
a
have an
card
answer. I don't care.
from autographed from Blink 182 saying can't wait to play your birthday party later this summer.
What?
You know what I mean? Like we've already put the deposit down. Blink's going to do a full set in your
All
back
the
here. Small things.
They better
They're-
not
they're
play that
coming to the
song when they
manor.
play.
Oh my gosh,
Fine, you
well,
can
the
request
manor's going to
the
be
note.
burned down, so it's got to be somewhere
Oh,
else.
that's right. We could.
I just
well,
find it so hard to believe he wouldn't do this for 10 mil.
I didn't say I would or wouldn't. I just don't
would.
even. Okay, so whatever. Fine. You already know what you think I'm going to answer, so it doesn't matter.
All right. Attorneys representing the estates of Irvin Coleman and Maxwell filed the suit against Ripley Entertainment, the owner of Ride the Ducks of Branson. Irwin was 76, and there was 2-year-old Maxwell. Were 2 of the 17 passengers killed. The federal lawsuit accuses Ripley Entertainment of ignoring bad weather warnings that day and knowing the boat had design flaws that made it susceptible to sinking.
There's a fucking bus that goes in the water.
Yeah, yep. Plus, they're leaning. Remember, we were.
Canopy, dude. The canopied nature of these things.
Yeah.
These things shouldn't be on the water.
I agree.
Unless they're privately owned and it's like, okay, you are the owner of this thing. You should not be allowed to take tourists on this thing. The fucking canopy that closes around them, it's a death trap.
Yeah, holds people in there that they can't get out, And they're citing, remember the story we were reading where the guy from the NTSB came out and said, there was this duck boat that went down in Arkansas or wherever.
Same thing, like 19 people dead.
Yeah, exactly. And they were like, we told them at the, all these ones, including Branson, like, dude, you got to do something about this canopy. This isn't safe. You're the part of the that makes sure that water properly leaves the hull or whatever. In bad weather, inclement weather, if it's taking on a lot of water, your pumps don't have enough power to adequately get them out of there, which would prevent sinking. You need to fix that. And there were the life jackets. There was a whole lot of things that they were like, yeah, that's all cool. Appreciate you saying that, but fuck, man, that's a lot of money. So fuck that. We're just going to keep doing our thing. And so
Yet
this
they were
lawsuit,
insured, huh? Somebody insured this shit?
I guess they must
I
be.
think an insurance company would require a very large premium for a vessel
Yeah.
of that nature.
So do you think that's worth $100 million? I do.
How many people? 7?
9
something?
people in
9?
one family, dude.
Boy.
I mean, that's just barely putting $10 million a life, and some of those are babies. There's a 1-year-old, a 2-year-old.
Yeah, they're
Fine, you
not
want to
wage
discount,
earners.
huh?
They're not wage earners.
Yet, and they're not going to be. But there's a lot of life left in them. Now you want to knock, you want to give 20
Oh, the
grand for the
suffering too.
76-year-old.
God, you're drowning inside this thing, trying to break free out of the. Oh, it's brutal. Yes, it's worth $100 million.
Yeah, that's too
They're not going to collect $100 million though.
God, I keep wanting. I wish I could do that. Some people can do that kick-ass Daffy Duck voice or Donald Duck voice. I wish I could do it because every time I'm reading about the duck boat, I want to do that voice and I can't.
You going Daffy or Donald right now?
Which one? So if I want to say I'm on a duck boat.
Oh, that's Donald.
I'm on a duck boat.
What are you trying to?
Are you trying to talk like this? I'm on a duck boat.
No, my dad can do it.
Wow, that's.
Is that good? That's good, right?
Awful.
I'm just winging this right now. I'm drowning on the duck.
I don't. No,
It's not bad. I'll work on it.
Sure.
I'll work
I like how
on
you declared that it's not bad.
early stages. Early stage. Well, you try it, E.
I'm not trying to do it in Donald Duck voice.
Oh, it's like.
It's good. It's a start. It's a starting, but you got to start somewhere.
Every journey starts with a single stop, Mike.
That's right. E, let's hear yours. Because if
Why
you do
the
a better
hell is
one,
it-
then we'll go to
But
you
I'm not
whenever we got a duck
claiming to
story.
want to do a duck voice.
So you're going to take a knee on that too? You fucking. What are you here for?
Take a knee on what? Doing a duck voice? I don't know how to do a Donald Duck voice. I don't even know what Donald Duck
We're
sounds
trying
like.
to work it out right now.
Okay. Nails on a chalkboard, man. Let's go, Jesus. It's got to be better than that.
I don't even. Honestly, I don't even know how to do
Start.
it.
Try it.
We're on a duck boat.
Go, E. Say that.
I'm trying to. I don't know.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't even. Honestly.
I'm willing to put myself out there, E.
Okay, well, you chose to do that.
I know, and I'm asking you to play
E,
along.
just simply say,
We're on a duck boat. Come on, everybody.
I don't even. We're on a duck boat. I don't.
It's not bad. Yours better than mine.
Yeah,
I don't
Work
know
on
it's
it.
not.
Work on it.
No,
Anytime
it's
a duck
not.
story comes up, we'll go back to that because it's way better than.
we'll look to E. We'll point at E. You say duck boat, we point at E, and he goes.
It's just a start. Thank you.
Good, good radio right there. Insurance. Hey, you think Brent Wasik would have insured these assholes? No way.
Not a chance.
Brent would have said, "Hold on, duck boat people. Are you telling me you don't have adequate pumpery?
I believe.
Are you telling me that you're
What you're looking for, Jay, is. Hold on. There's a term for it.
the pumpery?
Yeah. You could go with pumpery for right now. It's the bilge pumps.
The bilge? Are you telling me your bilge pumps are inoperable or
What? They're not going to remove
insufficient?
water from the hull properly? Your bilge pumps stink at removing water from the hull?
Are you being serious right now, duck boat guy?
Yeah.
He would have pressed them. So that's the kind of
For sure he would.
guy Wasik is.
He
He's
only insures the
responsible.
best people. The best.
And our listeners are the best. You all need it. Most of us don't even know what kind of coverage we have, speaking of insurance, or who provides it. Well, let fellow TDC listener Brent Wasik from Wasik Insurance Services change all that. He has over 30 years in the business and offers all types of insurance coverage: auto, home, health, life, business, commercial, and more. Call Brent Wasik at 734-455-1900. Get a free, no-obligation quote today. Again, that's 734-455-1900. Ask for Brent Wasik at Wasik Insurance.
You're familiar with the Beatles, right?
Heard of him?
The band, not the car or the bug.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sir Paul McCartney has long claimed that he played a key role in writing the Beatles song In My Life.
Okay.
I love you more. Great song from the Rubber Soul album. Track has been attributed, though, to John Lennon. And since Lennon's murder in 1980, the mystery around who wrote this song, wrote the track, has gone unsolved. However, scientists who use statistical analysis
Yeah.
to single out the musical signatures of each songwriter now claim to have a definitive answer. According to the research, which highlights 149 different metrics to determine the musical fingerprints of each songwriter, it is overwhelmingly likely In My Life was penned by John Lennon, and McCartney simply misremembers writing the song, hence liar. I'm calling him a fucking liar.
You're saying he doesn't just misremember it. He's
He's
lying.
fucking How do you... Dude, I wrote this music for this song.
Isn't it the case that those two dudes co-wrote a ton of shit?
Yep.
I mean,
Dude, stealing credit from Lennon's master. Dude, it's one of the 25 greatest songs ever written, according to Rolling Stone.
I was gonna say, according to who?
Me and Rolling Stone. It's a good song. I love that album. That's my favorite Beatles album ever, Rubber Soul. The latest findings reveal statistically there is less than a 1 in 50 chance of McCartney having written the music to In My Life.
Is he still out there? Like is this
Yeah,
a
when's the
big
last
deal
time
to
he
him, or
proclaimed
does he?
this? When's the last time?
Or I'm just curious because, like, man, if he is, then it's like, dude, you're doing your own thing, man. Sold out shows everywhere you go. Do you really need to still push?
Yeah.
He's dead.
Well, he said those were John's words. John wrote the words. I wrote the tune to it. It was a great one. He set the lyrics to music after finding inspiration from Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, he claimed. Now, that was in the 1970s.
So he copied off of Smokey.
Yeah, he
stole it from Smokey first and then lied about it later.
White guy stealing from a black artist, getting rich off it? Led Zeppelin, I'm looking at you. So, now Mark Glickman, senior lecturer in statistics at Harvard.
Why are these people doing this, by the way?
Because they got to do something.
I know.
Yeah, somebody had a thesis to write. Somebody had some grant money to spend.
They're trying to break it down for us idiots out here. Consider the Lennon song Help. Help. When I was younger, so much younger than today. Right?
Yeah.
Where the pitch doesn't change very much. It stays the same note repeatedly and only changes in short steps. That's a Lennon song. Whereas with McCartney, you take a song like Michelle. Michelle, my belle. Does he have the French lyrics in there too?
Yeah, these are words that go together well.
Yeah.
My Michelle.
No, not my Michelle. That's the Guns N' Roses song. In terms of pitch, it's all over the place. They decomposed Beatles songs from 62 to 66, looked at 149 different metrics to determine the musical fingerprints of each songwriter. This allowed them to develop an auditory signature for the artist based on frequency of chord, transitions, melodic notes, as well as pitch. Basic idea is to convert a song into a set of different data structures. Boy, what nerds!
Yeah, really.
Taking the art and
But, like-
different data. They compare it to like taking colors and breaking them down, like reds, greens, blues, like what makes the.
But it's
it
still
red.
just a statistical thing that they say. Based on this, we assume that he probably didn't write this, right? It's not.
Well, yeah, I mean, Harvard guy is saying one thing and E is saying something else. But
That's not what I'm saying.
Harvard guy is saying in his research there is a 0.018 likelihood that McCartney wrote that song, which basically means it's Lennon's song. McCartney misremembers, or his pants are on fire. The research also threw a little curveball, Jay, saying that the track thought to be penned by Mr. Lennon was actually McCartney's, and that is the word also from Rubber Soul. Say the word, no. Say
Okay.
the word. You know that song.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're saying that the style of that song is all over the place and most likely McCartney's. I found that interesting. I also found it interesting that he wouldn't remember who wrote what. You know, maybe.
I mean, they were doing drugs and stuff, weren't they?
I don't know.
It's
In the
fucking 80 years ago, you know?
Yeah,
I don't know.
guess. I don't know.
What was that written?
Although,
like
again, I would
61 or
say,
something?
though,
Like
65 is when Rubber Soul.
See, to
64,
me, if he really was just like, if someone was like, is this true? Did you write this or did he write it? And he was like, you know what? Honestly, we both worked on a lot of stuff. But if he's really out there going like, no, I wrote it, God damn it.
Well, the interesting thing is, before Lennon died, was murdered in 1980, because Paul was talking about this in the 70s. And the reason it's interesting to me is because in the 70s, so not that many years after it was written, he's giving interviews and talking very specifically about writing the melody to that song. It's like he's talking about Smokey Robinson. I drew my inspiration from there. John wrote these great lyrics. I come in and John's going, hey, mate, you wrote like 4 measures in the middle, you know. You did da-da-da, and you gave me some help with the harmonies, you know. And so it's weird. And these two squabbled for years about it, and then Lennon's dead, and so all these years later.
Conveniently.
Huh?
Lennon conveniently dies.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
And
where
can't
was
defend
Paul?
his own fucking name anymore. McCartney's blah, 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 me. Oh, I'm Sir now. I'm Sir Paul.
Michelle, my belle. These are words that go together well. My Michelle. Just want to confirm that for you.
Hung up on that, huh?
Just want to confirm that.
Okay, good. You were right. I was wrong. I'll give it to you. You looked that up, didn't you? I was
I
wondering
did.
why
I
you
was
weren't
like-
paying as much attention to me there. And
No,
you had to prove yourself.
the story
Passing
flatly
comment.
bored me, but I did look up. I'm
Lots
like,
of
am
stories
I,
flatly
am I
bore you.
crazy?
That's
am I
not
crazy
fair.
that my Michelle is in Michelle? Sure enough, there it was.
Good job.
These are words that go together well. My Michelle.
Is that a good song?
But again, I don't know. It was written 80 years ago.
Yeah. No, it's fun. I still, that album holds up for me. Bigly. Yeah, you'd like it.
Okay.
I think. Maybe.
I wonder if they're on Spotify. If they're on Spotify, I should actually go and listen to Beatles stuff.
I think they exploded Apple or one of those when they dropped, but
Yeah.
because they weren't on those things for a long time. Can't remember. Anyway, let's take a quick time out. And Bode Miller's wife and Bode given a interview about my blue baby at the bottom of the pool.
Oh no, yeah,
Remember
their
that?
daughter drowned a
Yeah.
couple months ago.
Boy, how awful would that be as a parent? I was reading this story.
So has to be an awful interview. Just has to be crushing, soul crushing.
There's some good news.
Is there hope?
Absolutely.
troubling
Hope
but
is
hopeful?
springing eternal. So we'll get to that story and some other ones. There's some good shit coming up. We'll do that more next.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break.
Hey, TDC listeners, this is Kelly from the Hamlin Pubs inviting you to our 5 Metro Detroit locations. Come enjoy Hamlin Pub's great food, drinks, and atmosphere. Whether you're watching the game with your buddies, out for a meal with the family, or out for a great night with that special someone, it's always a great time at our Rochester, Clarkston, Chesterfield, and our 2 Shelby Township locations. Hamlin Pub also offers party packages. We are the perfect spot for that rehearsal dinner, graduation, birthdays, or other events. For more information about our locations, including live entertainment calendars, go to hamlinpubs.com. Hope to see you soon, Detroit Cast listeners.
continues now, bitches. Here are Mike and Jay.
Alrighty, welcome back to the show. Jay, did you know he, over the weekend, just like went and hung out at a barbecue with some listeners?
Yeah, he was telling me that
Bonfire.
yesterday.
Fucking weirdo. Did you have funny?
Yeah, it was interesting. I guess I was at I haven't said it, but my parents were gone this weekend, so I had the manor to myself, and I was just sitting there Friday, and some guy's just like, I don't live that far from you. Do you want to go? We're gonna have a bonfire. And
He
I'm
just
like,
DM'd you or something? Or?
yeah.
Okay.
And I was just like,
fuck yes.
I guess. I guess I wasn't doing anything. So
Do you remember his name?
Scott? I don't know if I want to say his last name, but his first
No,
name's Scott.
let's see his last name.
But Scott, it was crazy. I guess I don't know. We ended up there till 5 a.m.
You were there till
Oh,
5 a.m.
Jesus.
and then what? You drove yourself home and everything
Well,
was good?
I lifted over there, even though it was only a few miles from my house. But I don't mess with drinking and driving, and so like those areas to me, like when you're in the Milford Commerce area, those cops have nothing better to do. There's a CVS by my house, dude, where they will just sit there, at those times of night where people might be coming home from shit. So it's just not worth it. So I lifted over there, but then I guess his wife sobered up a little bit, and she's, I could drive you home.
Oh no! Tell me you didn't make his wife drive you home.
I
at
told
5
her
in the
three.
morning.
I said 3 times. I said no, I can get a lift, and they're like, no, you're stupid. I'll drive you home.
They wanted him out of there.
Yeah,
Just
and
leave,
she was right.
man.
He is stupid. So
Well, it was 5 a.m. I will say this. He has a story that other people don't usually get, because since he went to my house and it's 5 a.m. and my parents aren't home, I'm like, well, if you want, you could look in my room and see what my room looks
Holy
like.
shit.
wow. Tell me you showed
The
him.
inner sanctum.
Tell me you showed him Nana's room. It's like museum-like, right? You kept
No, you
all the
ju-
Nana stuff there.
No, it took a
Have you closed the door and like cut it off for a half door?
I
A lot?
should.
Yeah.
I
so you
should.
can peer in.
I should.
Sort of like Edison's laboratory.
You're talking about for Nana's room.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, yeah.
Everything's just as it was
For sure.
when she left us.
No, unfortunately not. I will tell you, my room is a disaster right now. So he didn't see it wasn't like I just cleaned it that day. So I was like, oh, see, he'll think that it's clean. It's a fucking pig pen right
Did
now
Mrs.
in my
Fady
room.
have your folded laundry on the end of your bed?
No. But I don't know. It was, I was gonna go out to the bar to try to pick up some ladies because I could bring
Sure.
them back to the house. But then I was like,
Do you take like mom and dad pictures down off the wall? Oh,
well, you know what, dude? It's just very, very rare that my parents leave for the weekend like this. This was a very
Mike
rare
needed to just
situation.
Crush. I mean,
Well,
Mike was
they went to
like,
visit my brother in Montana.
Oh,
If
And-
you were to do, as Mike was just alluding to, try to make the manor look
Right.
like it was your house,
Right.
How long would that take you? Would it be impossible?
Yeah,
Are
I
there
couldn't- I
there's
wouldn't be able
too
to.
many quilts and
Yeah.
macrames.
It's not that. It's just
needlepoint.
no the quilts and macrame.
No.
That's not. My mom was
I've never been in
80.
no, but keep in mind, Jay, Nana was there forever, and she
Yeah.
kept it youthful and kind of hip.
No,
across the
no.
beat.
It's just it's just the reality would be, and I know my mom would hate me saying this, but there's a desk in the kitchen that has like just news, like
Looks
mail
like a
on
couple
it,
60-year-olds
and
live there, right?
just
Oh, for
mail
sure.
and bill and stuff, and
Okay, but why couldn't that be yours? What indicates
no-
there's a couple 60-year-olds living there?
I just think the style of the house. I don't think there's
curtains and
anything. I don't
shit.
think there's anything in it that you would.
Yeah.
And I
You open
think
a closet, look at
mauve
the
carpeting.
coats.
I think I would say that if I was trying to impress them and just completely lie and say, yeah, this is my house, I think they would look at me and go, wow, at your age, like it just doesn't seem like
Yeah,
the.
the
Couldn't you
decorations.
slap
the
a couple
decor-
posters up though? Grab a Blink 182 poster and just duct tape it to the walls really quick.
Dude, there'd be a lot of fucking work, dude. It'd be a lot of work
But
at
it's
that.
worth it if you could pull off the fact that.
My
yeah,
thought
this
is that if I
my
got them
home.
back to my house, I don't think I'm worried too much. I don't like. That's not the point.
Where
we're
do
gonna-
you go then? You can't go down in your room. Do you go to your mom and dad's room and crush it there?
There's other rooms in the upstairs that have
Nana's?
beds. No, there's a.
Just hit a guest room, huh?
Yeah, there's
what
a
you
few.
do?
There's
How
like
many how many spare rooms do you have that you could go?
There's 2 other bedrooms. So
Wow.
Totally unused bedrooms. I mean, you could, anyone with a bathroom or
Hold on, let's
No.
count this up. There's Big E's bedroom. There's
Yeah.
Nana's old room, which is kept in pristine
I guess technically it's
condition.
Museum,
the
like.
four
I mean,
bedrooms in the
museum.
upstairs.
4
1, 2, 3,
upstairs.
4.
Okay.
four
One for
upstairs.
me, Brian, Lauren, and then the master bedroom.
Would you ever think about crushing it in Nana's room?
There's not the bed isn't there anymore.
The Craftmatic.
So
They just, dude, it sounds like they just, as soon as Nana was dead, they were like, "Fucking get this shit out of here." They
actually,
couldn't
not
wait.
really. It took.
She didn't die in the bed, did she?
No.
Okay.
She did not. But honestly, we got lucky. We were a few hours from having to maybe deal with that.
Yeah.
Because I know
There's
my
some
mom
bodily
would.
fluids.
Would you have taken video as they were like coming down the stairs,
Well, here,
the stretcher and all that stuff?
shit. I don't know how much I want to say about this.
No, you can go ahead.
No, I don't
Speak
give a
your
fuck
mind,
what you
Eve.
think.
Speak your mind, Isis. That's what's important.
She got. I know. Go fuck yourself, man. You know, I'm talking about my grandma dying
I
in my house.
understand, man.
So I'm saying I don't know if I want to say all this, and you said just do it.
Speak your mind.
Dude,
Never mind,
I said
The
that
floor
my,
is yours.
I said my grandpa was on his deathbed and his sister called and he wouldn't take her call because he was like, she's just going to try
Yeah,
to
but
convince me
you're-
about Jesus again.
Your mom isn't my mom. My mom's very weird about some of this shit.
Hi, Mrs. Fady.
She's up north. We're walking with a limp today after what Mike did to her all weekend.
No, but she did not die in her house. Is the end. She died
What
in
were
the
you going to
hospital.
say, E? Now I want to know. And you know I care.
It was just that she had gotten sick, and it was not uncommon for her to sleep for hours at a time. She's an old lady.
When you say she got sick, like explosive diarrhea
Shut
or
the
like
fuck
throwing up,
man.
or what do you mean? She had a
no,
headache?
that's not what I mean. And so the point is there's a period where finally it was like, holy crap, man. It's like it has been long enough that usually she's up at some point. She's sleeping, and we ended up having the ambulance and stuff come, and turns out she'd had a freaking mini stroke.
Oh man.
And so if she had left,
Nana.
if she had
Sweet
left through the
Nana.
night, that she would have she might have died in that house. And then, so in the end, she went to the hospital. But
Thank God for the mini stroke, huh? I mean, in hindsight, right?
I guess I don't know, not necessarily.
Because then that'd be creepy. Because then you'd be like, holy shit,
no,
she'll
it's only
still
thing.
be there
it's,
in ghost
it's,
form.
It's
Yes.
just thank God that we
She's not going to be there in
realized
ghost
it
form
enough
because,
enough time to call the ambulance and shit.
Had she died in the house, would you be scared that there'd be a ghost there?
Of course.
No, not really.
I would.
Not really.
But I wouldn't like
Even
it.
being left alone like that when your parents go out of town,
creaks
it's
in the night.
just you and
Yeah.
Nana's ghost. Shit.
I wouldn't like it. I tell you that.
You know,
much.
ghosts can go through walls, right? So like she could just pop into your room at any time, even if you got the door locked. That'd be fucking weird, man.
I wouldn't like it. I wouldn't have liked it. There's no question about it. I don't care about the ghost. It's just a personal thing. Would have been weird to me.
Okay.
Hey, everybody, please use our affiliate links. You'll see the Amazon and Groupon links above the fold at DetroitCast.com. Go ahead and click on them. Shop away. It doesn't
no.
cost anymore. What?
Oh, he's stewing. He's mad.
Brought up some bad memories.
Yeah, he loved Nana. We all love Nana.
Key is that you click through our links. That's the key, our affiliate links, Amazon and Groupon. Also, make sure you're shopping mypillow.com.
It's a new one.
Shop mypillow.com for all your betting-related needs. Use TDC code at checkout for the very best discount.
Morgan and Bode Miller lost their daughter, Emily. Mentioned that before the break. One of those horrible
Bode Miller, of course, is an Olympic skier.
and nudist.
Former Olympic skier, I guess.
Yeah. I always kind of liked Bode Miller. I know he was like a tree hugger and namaste and nude.
I like
but
all American Olympians, Mike.
Yeah, but
They're on my team.
I was rooted for Bode Miller. He's kind
Sure.
of a
Didn't
reckless
you root
skier.
for all of them?
Of
The
course.
Americans.
Yeah, but there's multiple Americans.
Yeah, but you root
skiing.
for them all, right? You're like,
Root
go,
for 'em all,
go
but I-
American.
but I was like,
didn't
Bode.
there was
Bode.
people
There
didn't
are
like
people
Bode Miller. They
not
thought he was
like Bode.
douchey.
Really?
Yeah.
But
Lot of
even when
people.
the Olympics come, you don't root for Bode Miller?
For sure. But he didn't. I don't know.
E,
Did
are
he-
you telling me you're that un-American that you would
We're not talking about us. I think that Mike's making that statement because I think that other people thought that he was kind of douchey.
I'm just
and
saying,
some people,
once you go Olympics, you're
under-
rooting for the
I
American
do.
Of
I-
course.
But I'm saying that Mike is
But there's
qualifying
multiple
it because-
Americans on the team, so wouldn't you be like, oh, I hope John Stevens
No,
wins?
I just want an American there.
Well, I just
I
think
want
America.
gold, silver, and bronze.
Yeah, but Bodie's on a cover of all the magazines, and Bodie's
Not my
this.
problem. I don't care.
know, but
I want
you're
gold,
talk-
silver, bronze.
Hey.
Either way, to his point, is very much correct. I was only saying that because I know there's a lot of people that are on the fence with Bode Miller, even during Olympic
What do you
times.
do?
He's just
kind of a
douchey.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's douchey, and he's outrageous, and he gets a lot of fucking...
He didn't deserve to have his daughter die. You're not going there, are
I
you, Mike?
did not go there.
Nobody
He
deserves
might have
it.
gone
E,
there.
were you
which I
thinking
think is-
that?
I think it's
This
reprehensible of me
douche
to go
deserves
there.
to have his daughter drowned. Is that what you said, E?
No,
My God.
that's
It's
not what I
outrageous.
said.
Poor
Correct the
Emily.
record, E.
Not correcting anything.
Died during a pool, hanging out at the pool at the next door neighbor's house, which is weird. They have their own pool. Neighbors, but I guess they're like
Maybe she
family.
has a friend over there or
Neighbors,
something.
yeah.
People do go to their neighbors.
There's not a day that goes by that I don't pray for an opportunity to go back to that day and make it different. It's not going to happen, though, But now we have this opportunity to make other parents' days different. which means, I mean, if you choose to see life with the glass half full aspect, this could be great news.
Are we
You know what I
filling in all pools? Is that what we're doing? What's the solution?
No,
Mike?
basically what
You're going
she's
to
saying
teach
is
parents to monitor their children?
we took one for the team, and because of that, we're going to be able to make other parents aware that kids can drown in pools. Parents didn't apparently know that, I guess. I don't know. They're looking for a, silver lining out of this something. I don't blame them for that. It was a normal day. Every morning the kids would go swimming. How cool does this life sound? Every morning the kids would go swimming, and Bode would go swimming with them, and they'd be in there for hours. Just loved it. What a cool life, man.
Yeah.
Morgan said that, as they often did, she and her 4 children went to visit one of their neighbors. They're like family to us. We go over back and forth multiple times a week. It was just a normal day over there. We sat on the sofa, and she played in front of us. Morgan was enjoying a cup of tea or wine. She says tea. I'm fine. I'll take her word for it. When Emmy ran back and forth, but suddenly she got a sinking feeling in her stomach. All of a sudden, it was just too quiet for me. We're in mid-conversation. I stood up, I turned, and I went right to where the boys were. I said, "Where's Emmy?" It was then she spotted that the door that led to the backyard had a tiny sliver of light coming through the side.
How old was this little tiny girl?
18 months, 19
Oh.
months. Yeah, just a wisp. My heart sank. I opened the door, and she's floating in the pool. I ran and jumped in, starts doing CPR. Doctors initially thought Emily might pull through, but then she died in the hospital, and so they're now hoping to use their personal tragedy to help others. It's awful. Living with it is terrible. I hope and pray and beg it gets easier. I am now much more aware of the area to make sure it doesn't ever happen again. The couple said their other 3 children have been a source of strength. When we talk about her and share stories, they always have a smile on their face, and they constantly remind us, we're still here. It allows us to bring the focus back to those things.
You've made me feel awful.
Yeah, which
I
kind of...
feel genuinely awful now, Mike.
Yeah. Doesn't that sound like, if the kids are going, oh, by the way, we're still here, that it's like, oh, you just feel for the whole fucking family. When I was reading the 911 call, I honestly got chills, goosebumps when I was reading it, when hearing, like, the guy over there, come on, Emmy, come on back. It's just like, oh, my God, you can't even fucking fathom going through something like that. So, I don't know. What? What?
It's awful.
I know.
Fuck.
I didn't say it wasn't awful. It is.
Thank you for making me feel awful.
What?
I feel awful now. Make me feel
Sorry.
better. Make me feel better. It's incumbent on you.
Well, no, I don't have
Cheer
stories
me
that
up.
make you feel better.
Cheer me up.
You want to talk about the ex-superintendent accused of shitting on the high school
know.
track?
It's his competition, right?
Is that what it was? I couldn't tell.
I thought I read a thing where it was like the district next door. It's going to their track every morning and shitting.
Dude.
I thought this was an old story too. Didn't we cover this like a year ago, or is this another one?
Here's the deal. He's suing the cops now because they released his mugshot. And his attorney's argument is, you're basically shaming him. You've sent this mugshot to the media, and all he was doing was shitting on the track. This is like putting someone's mugshot out for jaywalking or getting a speeding ticket. It's a misdemeanor. You don't need to publicly shame this guy, put his image out there, and ruin his life. It's like, well, he was shitting on the track. I mean, that's pretty fucking dark.
Yeah,
Every morning.
It's right on the track.
Yeah.
Right on the track.
Why he was so fucking hung up on the track, but...
Like starting line? What? I mean...
it might have varied. I'm not sure, but it's like, a regular school official.
It's pretty deviant, dude. How long a time is it? Like...
Enough that they had to set up cameras to catch the
Yeah.
fucking guy, and it's like, oh, for love of... There's more shit on our track. It appears to be human.
if it were like one time, like...
That's funny.
Or it's an emergency, arguably. The guy could argue,
On the
look,
track, you couldn't make it to the grass.
Look, I'm running, and people shit themselves running,
Yeah,
You could make
true.
that argument, and then you'd be like, really? He releases mugshot, now he's national, international news for guys shitting on track, but you're doing this regularly, you're a fucking deviant, and you deserve to be outed.
Thomas Tramaglini claims Home to Police should have not have photographed him at headquarters because of the public defecation, lewdness, and litter charges. Litter, is that considered litter if you shit? Or was he leaving? It's
He's
waste.
leaving waste.
Which remained pending, and they were low-level municipal offenses. So Dr. Tramaglini, I didn't know he was a doctor. He said they took the photograph and distributed and disseminated the mugshot to third parties, including the media, with the intent of causing harm. They announced that just on Thursday that they've accepted his resignation from his superintendent gig, and he was arrested. Let's see, 5:50 a.m. on May 1st, at the track at the Homedale High School
Pants around
track.
his friggin' ankles, pinching one off.
Yeah, police start monitoring the track after receiving reports of human feces being found daily.
I really do think he deserves to be outed for that.
Yeah.
I see absolutely no problem in posting his mugshot. You catch the guy with a frickin' cable out of his ass in the middle of a track, and you've seen this behavior for weeks on end. Out this guy.
They have 2 DVDs filled with surveillance video footage of this. And they've said, oh, yeah, he's the guy responsible for shitting on the track.
It's really weird.
On Friday, Adams reiterated his previous comments. Adams is his attorney, by the way. Against him are not true. This notion that Tom is a serial pooper, that's a quote, serial pooper, is unfounded. And frankly, it's disgusting and unfair.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
It's really unfair to malign a guy who has had a great career. You talk to any of Tom's colleagues about his career and what he's done for kids, they'll tell you that. That absolutely may be a true statement.
How does it go so sideways? How does it go so sideways?
The eyes. You can tell in the eyes. That guy might shit on the track.
Yeah.
You know,
lifeless eyes, black eyes, like a doll's eye.
Would you agree?
That chin, man. That chin is just...
Yeah, he's really pointing it off, too, with that little half goatee he's got going.
Yeah.
Little
Kinda
pube-like
shadow.
goatee.
Yeah. I love when lawyers make statements like that. It's like, okay, this guy's been accused and caught on video and arrested at the scene taking a huge shit all over the track, right? And so your lawyer comes back and says, yeah, it's really unfair to malign a guy who's had a great career. I mean, you talk to any of Tom's colleagues about his career and what he's done for these kids, they'll tell you that. Yeah, well, okay, well, we were talking about the guy, the fact that he was shitting on the track, remember? Like, I'm not here to discuss what his career, how his career went or how great he is with
whatever
kids.
superintendents do,
Right.
purport to do. I'm sure he really did that well.
What do they do, by the
Fuck
way?
if I know.
I mean, they're just kind of the buzzkill that says, no, you can't, have a dance party.
Call
and
snow
whatever.
days.
Yeah, it's the soup, right? The soup calls those.
I guess.
What a gig. He was making $150,000 a year.
Call snow days.
Yeah. Looks like it might snow on Thursday. Better call it now so people can make arrangements to be home with their kids. I don't know what's going on with other school officials, too. This Ontario bus driver. Oh, man. Yeah, sentencing hearing for elementary school bus driver. Convicted of disgusting child porn. Crimes hinged on the assessment of an expert on sexual predators. Len Kushner testified that the bus driver's pedophilic tendencies could not be cured, but could be managed, and he was at moderate risk to reoffend. He's known as Steps, the bus driver, online. And the bus driver gave children treats. Like, he would bring them treats laced with, what do you think?
Is this a semen cookie guy?
Yeah.
Another one, huh? It's a thing.
What is this? Dude, get this. He would whack off on food, bring it to the bus, feed it to kids, and film them while they were eating it, and then post it on the dark web. Kids eating cum, which is just...
It's a chick store. Primarily.
Yeah.
50 seconds.
Yeah.
That's the total length of the song.
So he's saying
it
he gives you
fits-
substantial
fits
time to
perfectly.
get it off.
I don't know what version he has here. I mean,
Top one.
Okay.
It's a video. That guy in the mask scared me.
Where am I
Just
going?
Kevin DeBrow. Yeah, just play it, dude. Anywhere. We need the drum beat to kick in a second here. This is where you want to get your rhythm going, right? On the downbeat, dude.
It's not bad. It's not
If
bad.
you're coming down, ignore the double kicks. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and 3, 4.
1 and a 2
2
and
and
a
a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a... You could really get a... Listen to this bass by Rudy Sarzo. Coming up here. What a great little riff right there.
Yeah, that's nice.
God, I love Rudy Sarzo. Never mind her. Did you like Quiet Riot?
I like that song, yeah.
Yeah.
They had one other one, right?
A few of them.
Did they?
Carlos Cavazo on guitar. Frankie Banali on drums. God damn it!
You evidently loved Quiet
I
Riot.
actually didn't. Yeah,
No.
Kevin DeBrow, Carlos Cavazo, Frankie Benali. I love Frankie Benali on drums. And then Rudy Sarzo on bass.
Save the rest for tomorrow.
Very good. All right. Anything else? E, did you want to correct the record on the racism the last couple of days?
No.
We swore we'd give you a platform each day.
Oh,
So.
did you? No.
Okay. Fair enough. Did our part. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.